It's Friday, the 28th of July, 2023. Welcome to the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 stories in 5 minutes. Let's get straight into it, because story number 1 is a big one. The local share market is running hard, up 7% in the past 3 weeks, hitting another 5-month high yesterday.
The market's just 1% off its peak of February this year and a couple of percent below its all-time high back in August 2021. Commonwealth Bank and ANZ are at their highest level since mid-Feb. Westpac and NAB haven't done quite so well, but they're still doing okay. Fortescue Metals is close to its highest level since mid-2021. BHP and Rio haven't been quite as strong, but again, they've ridden this commodity cycle pretty well. Healthcare giant CSL, which couldn't put a foot wrong a few years ago, announced a disappointing outlook a few weeks ago. Now, it suffered. It's the real exception to the rule here, though it did close up a couple of percent yesterday. Telstra's trading close to a 6-year high. Retailers have been mixed. The standout, though, have been the tech stocks. WiseTech Global is trading around an all-time high. REA Group is at an 18-month high. Same deal with accounting software company Xero. Its share price more than halved last year, but it's up 75% in 2023 alone. A lot of confidence in the market, Michael.
Yeah, a simple question, Sean, but it's probably not a simple answer. Why?
Well, the market's driven by interest rates, and the likelihood that rate hikes are coming to an end is supporting equities. Then certain sectors benefit from other things that happen in the global economy. Any support for the Chinese economy from Beijing tends to help the big iron ore miners. We've seen a bit of that. What happens on Wall Street matters, particularly in the tech sector. We've seen the big US tech companies doing well. Hence, that's translated to here. The bank should benefit from a higher interest rate environment. The fact that thus far there hasn't been a disastrous blowout in bad loans due to higher rates has encouraged investors. Global energy prices matter, consumer sentiment matter, all sorts of things. All in all, the market has had a really good run. But with earnings season kicking off properly next week, we'll find out if the optimism is well-founded or otherwise.
All right, on to story number 2 now, Sean. Wine exports have fallen 10% with lower demand for cheaper plonk from the US and from the United Kingdom, largely thanks to inflation and the economic slowdown.
The total value of shipped wine dropped to $1.87 billion for the 12 months to the end of June, according to government export and marketing group Wine Australia. Now, the value of shipments to the UK fell 14%. They were down 18% to the US. They were mostly the lower value wine, and those two, UK and US, are our two biggest markets. The value of exports to mainland China fell another 67%, though we only export about $8 million of wine to them a year, so who cares? One bright spot was a big jump in the sales to Hong Kong, which is now our third biggest market. Some interesting facts about wine, Michael. 50% of the wine we produce is exported to about 117 countries. There are more than 12,000 different products exported, and number one variety we sell overseas is Chardonnay, followed by Shiraz. Then a long way behind that is Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Gris/Grigio, and Merlot.
Oh, there you go. Story number 3, Sean. The Federal House of Representatives will shrink slightly, just a little bit, from 151 members to 150.
The Australian Electoral Commission has had a look at population figures and redistributed federal divisions in New South Wales, Western Australia and Victoria. Based on the most recent population figures, WA gains 1 seat, while New South Wales and Victoria both lose a seat. It means when the next federal election is contested, New South Wales will have 46 seats, largest in the country, obviously, because of the population. Victoria's comes in second with 38 seats. Western Australia will have 16 seats, of course, all in the lower house.
Story number 4 is pretty alarming, really, Sean. More than 1 in 10 Australians were unable to pay a gas, water or electricity bill over the 3 months to June, with a similar proportion saying they missed a payment on their phone or their internet due to financial pressures.
The proportion of households reporting trouble making ends meet when it comes to utility bills at about 11 or 12% was markedly higher than the 8% reported a year earlier, according to the latest financial hardship survey by major bank National Australia. Of course, bills have risen, so you can expect that somewhat, but that big jump is alarming. The NAB survey showed 9% of Australians missed a credit card payment in the June quarter versus 6% a year earlier. The proportion of those who failed to pay an insurance bill lifted from 5% to 8% over the same period. People are finding it tough.
Yeah, they certainly are. All right, last one. Story number 5. Meta Platforms, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, has announced better than expected sales, saying it is succeeding in migrating advertisers to its new Reels short video feature.
Shares climbed 5% after the company reported higher than expected revenue and net income. The social media platform also said 3 billion people are now regularly checking Facebook. That's about 40% of the global population. Incredible. The company is betting on Reels, which is short-form videos akin to TikTok, betting that they'll draw more attention to Facebook and Instagram. Now, this year, Meta's been cutting thousands of jobs and teams in what Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg calls a year of efficiency. That's helped the share price, which has more than doubled since the beginning of 2023. Meta's also been investing heavily in artificial intelligence, using the technology to make recommendations for both content and advertising more tailored to users' wants.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Friday, the 28th of July, 2023. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. If 5 minutes isn't quite long enough for you, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed Business News wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.